If you're a real Yankees fan, you know that wearing the pinstripes isn't just about skill, it's about legacy, respect, and heart. We live for October, for the crack of the bat in the Bronx, for the roar of the crowd after a walk-off homer. But sometimes, what truly defines our team doesn't show up in the box score. Sometimes, it's the quiet, powerful gestures behind the scenes that tell you everything you need to know about what it means to be a Yankee. That's exactly what happened when J.P. Sears, a young left-handed pitcher who made the Yankees opening day roster in 2022, shared a story that every fan should hear. It's about Aaron Judge. Yes, that Aaron Judge, and a moment of generosity that reveals exactly why he wears the captain's C on his chest with such grace. Sears, who has since been traded to the Oakland Athletics, recalled a moment right before his first MLB opening day. The team was flying from Tampa to New York when Judge texted him out of nowhere. He said, "Hey, if you're not busy, I've got a reservation for you and your family at Don Angie's, if you want to go." Just like that. No big show, no camera, just a classy invite. Judge had made all the arrangements. Sears didn't have to worry about a thing. He just showed up. And then at the end of the dinner, Judge himself appeared, paid for the entire meal, and introduced himself to JP's family. At the time, Judge wasn't even the official captain yet. He hadn't won his first MVP award, but he already carried himself like someone who understood what it means to lead. Moments like that are what make the Yankees more than a baseball team. They make us a family. And when stories like this surface, they remind us why Aaron Judge is not only a superstar, but also a rare kind of person. Being a Yankee is about upholding a standard, on and off the field. Judge gets that. He doesn't have to command attention. His presence does it for him. But more importantly, his actions speak loudest. For a rookie like Sears, that dinner meant more than a meal. It was a welcome. It was a message. You belong here. And in a sport as intense and high stakes as Major League Baseball, that kind of reassurance from a team leader can shape careers. And speaking of shaping careers, let's talk about the future. On the same team where legends like DiMaggio, Mantle, and Jeter once played, a new name is rising fast. Jason Dominguez, the young phenom, nicknamed The Martian, just made franchise history. At 22 years and 91 days old, Dominguez blasted 3 home runs in a single game against the Athletics, becoming the youngest Yankee ever to do so. That's right, he broke a record set by none other than Joe DiMaggio. Think about that. In a club that values tradition and greatness more than any other, Dominguez is already etching his name into the storybook. He hit a solo shot in the 2nd, another in the 7th, and capped the night with a grand slam in the 8th. A performance like that is more than stats. It's a statement. Dominguez's rise is electric, and it's exactly what the Yankees needed. A spark, a new chapter, a glimpse into a future that still burns bright with championship dreams. In 32 games, the switch hitter is slashing .250, .339, 400, 3.802 with 5 home runs and 19 RBIs. These aren't just rookie numbers, they're signs of a breakout. The Yankees fan base, always hungry for the next homegrown hero, has every reason to believe Dominguez is that guy. He's powerful, poised, and plays with the kind of flair that lights up a stadium. Watching him reminds you why we fell in love with this team in the first place. Not just for the rings, but for the raw, unfiltered magic of the game. But as every Yankees fan knows, offense alone doesn't win championships. It takes balance, a strong rotation, a steady bullpen, and leadership that knows how to build toward October. With Juan Soto gone to the Mets on a record-breaking deal, the Yankees responded like champions. They brought in Paul Goldschmidt and Cody Bellinger, 2 powerhouse additions who instantly solidified the lineup. Add that to a resurgent Aaron Judge and rising stars like Ben Rice, and suddenly the Yankees are back on top of nearly every offensive category in the league. The bats are alive. The swagger is back. But the pitching? That's still a work in progress. Max Fried and Carlos Rodon have held things down. But without Garrett Cole, sidelined for the season and next due to Tommy John surgery, the rotation is missing its ace. Luis Gil remains a question mark for 2025, so what's the move? According to Jomboy Media's Justin Pennick, the Yankees could be eyeing a trade for a starting pitcher. When co-host Jake Storial mentioned Andrew Heaney, Pennick agreed, noting that Heaney is a familiar face. He pitched for the Yankees in 2021, albeit with a tough ERA of 7.32 across 35.2 innings. But now, he's different. He's rebounded. In 2025, he's sporting a sharp 3.18 ERA with 34 strikeouts in just 7 starts. Heaney might not be Paul Skeens, but he's a low-cost, high-reward option. The Pirates, fresh off a surprise managerial firing, are likely looking to move veterans like him to bring in younger talent. Heaney's on a $5.2 million deal and headed toward free agency. For the Yankees, it's a golden opportunity. He knows the Bronx, he knows the fans, and most importantly, he has something to prove. That's a dangerous combination, in the best way. When you think about what defines a championship team, it's easy to focus on the big numbers, the MVP stats, the towering home runs, the pitching duels. But sometimes, the real strength of a club is found in its depth, its culture, and its willingness to adapt and evolve. That's exactly what we're witnessing with the 2025 Yankees. Despite losing a superstar like Juan Soto, they've responded like only the Bronx Bombers can, by reloading instead of rebuilding. And what we're seeing now is a team that doesn't just want to compete, they want to dominate. Paul Goldschmidt brings leadership, plate discipline, and postseason experience. Cody Bellinger, with his smooth swing and ability to play multiple positions, gives Aaron Boone the kind of flexibility every manager dreams of. Add that to the monstrous production of Aaron Judge, who looks like he's gunning for his 3rd MVP, and suddenly the Yankees aren't just dangerous, they're terrifying. But this isn't just about raw talent, it's about mindset, it's about resilience, and above all, it's about having a clubhouse culture that believes in one another. That's where stories like J.P. Sears and Judge matter most. They set the tone, they build trust, and they remind every guy in pinstripes what it means to be part of this legacy. And then there's the young blood, the future. Jason Dominguez isn't just a promising prospect anymore. He's a force. When he smashed that grand slam in the 8th inning against Oakland, he didn't just cap off a career night, he sent a message to the league. I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere. That blend of youthful fire and veteran poise is what gives this roster its championship DNA. It's why fans are already imagining him in the middle of a playoff lineup, with Judge on deck and Goldschmidt protecting him. That's not a fantasy. That's a blueprint. And it's unfolding in real time. But as October looms, the Yankees know that to win it all, they need more than bats. They need arms. And the trade deadline could bring just that. Whether it's Andrew Heaney or another rising name from Pittsburgh's rotation, the front office is watching, calculating, planning, and listening. What's clear is that they're not sitting still, because in the Bronx, the standard isn't just winning, it's dominating, it's flying flags, it's building legends. And in that pursuit, every move counts. Every inning, every pitch, every locker room conversation, it's all part of something bigger. Now, if you've made it this far, you're clearly not just a casual fan. You're one of us. You bleed navy and white. You still get chills watching Jeter's flip play. You remember the roar of the stadium after a Rivera save. So let's take this connection to the next level. If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button right now. Seriously. This channel is made for fans like you, the ones who stay up late to catch West Coast games, who know the farm system better than their own family tree, who live and breathe Yankees baseball. And I want to hear from you. Tell us in the comments, what did you think about Aaron Judge's act of generosity? Do you think small moments like that can shape a locker room? What about Dominguez? Is he already proving he's the real deal? And if you were the GM, would you bring Heaney back or chase someone else? Share your thoughts with our community. Don't hold back. This space is built for passionate, respectful, baseball-savvy fans to come together. What did this video make you feel? Did it remind you of why you love this game? Let's keep that Bronx spirit alive, not just on the field, but here in our conversations too. As the 2025 season marches on, the Yankees find themselves in familiar territory. Not just chasing a postseason berth, but aiming to bring another World Series trophy back to the Bronx. And make no mistake, this team is built for the moment. We've got the bats, the swagger, the leadership, and a front office ready to make moves when it matters. But what sets this year apart, what makes it feel different, is the chemistry. There's something special brewing in that clubhouse. It's the kind of quiet fire that championship teams carry. It's guys like Judge mentoring young stars. It's the veterans stepping up. It's the belief, the hunger, the brotherhood. And when you have that kind of unity, even the toughest stretches of the season can turn into launching pads for greatness. We've seen this before. Think back to 2009. That roster wasn't just talented, it was together. From A-Rod to Petit, from Jeter to Sabathia, that team believed. And belief is what turns a hot streak into a championship run. Fast forward to today, and you can feel that same kind of buzz returning. It's in the dugout energy. It's in the comeback wins. It's in the way a rookie like Josson Dominguez doesn't shy away from the spotlight. He embraces it. And when your captain, Aaron Judge, is not only carrying the offense, but also leading by example behind the scenes, it's easy for the rest of the roster to follow that tone. His quiet leadership, the dinner invitation to JP Sears, the humility, the respect, that's what makes a real Yankee. And let's not forget what's at stake. Yankee fans have been patient. We haven't seen a parade down the Canyon of Heroes since 2009. That's 16 long years. A generation has grown up without seeing the confetti fall on Broadway. That's not the Yankee way. We're overdue. And this year feels like the drought could finally end. We've got the mix. We've got the hunger. And if Brian Cashman can pull the right trigger at the deadline, whether it's Heaney or another under-the-radar ace, the missing piece could finally be put in place. There's still a long road ahead. Injuries will come, slumps will hit, the media pressure will mount, but none of that will matter if this team keeps its identity intact. We're not built just on talent, we're built on culture. That's why stories like Aaron Judge's generosity matter more than any stat. That's why Dominguez's 3-homer night felt like more than just a game. It felt like a passing of the torch. That's why every move, every win, every challenge the Yankees face from now until October is a step closer to restoring the empire. So here's the truth. If you love this team, really love this team, then now is the time to go all in. Show up, speak up, get loud, be part of this ride, because it's shaping up to be one of the great ones. And if you haven't already, now's your chance to subscribe to the channel. Don't wait until the playoffs. Don't wait until the next Judge walk-off. Do it now. We've got so much more content coming, and this is where fans like you belong. And hey, drop into the comments. What are you feeling about this team right now? What moment so far has made you believe this is the year? Do you think Judge is putting together another MVP season? What about Dominguez? Is he the future face of the franchise? What trades would you make? Let's keep this community strong, real, and fired up. Talk to each other, share memories, predictions, and yes, even frustrations. Because being a Yankees fan isn't just about watching baseball, it's about living it. And together we keep the pinstripe pride alive. Let's go Yankees, always.